Welcome to episode 23 of today's Candor. I'm your host, Barika. Thank you so much as always for taking the time to tune in. In this episode, I'm discussing a topic that I feel impacts men, but I feel like it more so impacts my ladies. I feel like I hear women more often than not questioning if men, real men, still desire women who have more to bring to the table, have more to offer than just their physical attributes, a pretty physical appearance, a nice body. And the answer is yes, absolutely they do. Real men still desire that, ladies. Don't let anyone fake you out, okey doke you into thinking otherwise. Don't be fooled about it. Real men still desire women who have, yes, they still want their lady to be pretty or cutesy or what have you, but they also, whatever other substance they want from her, because of course, that looks different for everybody. But just the different things, those different aspects, those different attributes, real men still want a woman who is classy, respectful, nurturing, loving, caring, not only respectful to others, as I just mentioned, but self-respect, intelligent, has some couth, some home training, not running around trying to post every 2.5 seconds half naked on social media to grab whoever's attention, whoever's going to pay it some mind. Real men still want the ladies who are like, yes, I still take care of myself. I'm still well groomed. I still may have, a nice body. But I also have this, and this to bring to the table. I'm able to provide for myself. I'm not looking for anyone to give me a handout. I'm able to do all these things. I take good care of myself. Mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. I still take care of myself. Men still want women who think of themselves that way. Instead of just, I think because I'm pretty, I'm supposed to get the world. No, ma'am. That's not how that works. So yes, ladies, absolutely. So to answer your question in short, yes, they do. They definitely still desire those things. Don't let someone knock you off, or social media or TV or all this mess that's being thrown in our face on the daily, 24/7. Don't let it knock you off and make you feel like, oh, well, I feel like the women, the girls, whatever, the ones who are getting attention from men are the ones who are going to get whatever surgery, or they're doing this, or they got to be 24/7 dolled up. At the end of the day, I'm not knocking or judging anyone if they think they need to go enhance something, whether that is through surgery or whatever the case may be. That's people's business. You think that's what you need to do to be satisfied? Be my guest. But ladies, by no means think that that is the only type of woman that a man is paying attention to. And if all a lady has to bring to the table is physical attributes, baby cakes, he is hitting and quitting it sooner than you can get it out of your mouth. So sooner than you can say, oh, that's not going to last. Yes, he's done. Men still want substance. Can my lady think? That's what you'll hear some men saying. Can she do, whatever he is looking for in a woman? And once again, yes, he may want that pretty woman or physically attractive, but he's also saying, I need this, because if you notice, there are some people, of course, nothing is all, but there are some people, man or woman, that if they have high standards, they're like, hey, I can say and speak confidently in my high standards, because what I am asking for, what I desiring, I can provide that. What I require, I can provide that. There are some people who they're like, hey, I have these high standards because I can absolutely reciprocate. And so ladies, please, by all means, don't ever think that you should just go to the table with your physical appearance. Don't ever think that just because you're pretty and however you have your hair and your makeup and whatever you have on, that's great, that's cute. But how does your mind operate? How do you maneuver as a person? Are you nice? Are you kind to others? How do you treat your family? There are just these other things, and sometimes we refer to them as little things, but those little things are major things because they add up and they really let you see who a person is. Because I can't only go off of how I see you treat me. I have to go off also how I see you handle others. And if you play like you're lovey-dovey, but you're nasty to people, whether it's at your job, in public, whatever the case may be, I know in a man, that's a turnoff for me. And I've heard men say, like, they don't like that nasty mean girl stuff. That's not cute. Nobody's not telling you to, stand your ground, have your morals, your values, all the things. But just being nasty for no reason, that's not getting you anywhere. And thinking just because you're pretty or you got a nice smile or whatever the case, you got to bring something else to the table. If all you want is, oh, well, I'm pretty and I think he should buy me gifts and do this because of how I look, your mindset is already in the wrong place. Go get your own things. I don't know. Like, I'm big on that. So for me, this is actually twofold. It's the ladies who are like, hey, I'm confused. Do men still want the ladies who have all of these top tier qualities to bring to the table? So that's the first part. But then you have the second piece where you have the ladies who think because it's the opposite of that. So let me rewind that right quick. So you have the first piece. Ladies who do have those top tier qualities and attributes. They're like, I have all of these things. What's going on? Like, do the men want all the fake and phony and just the women running around who half naked on social media and asking for some brand name purse every week? They don't want anything else. They don't want in-depth conversations. They don't want to do more than scratch the surface. So you have those ladies, and then you have these other ones over here who they think because of their physical appearance that's all they should have to bring to the table, and a man should want to give them the world. So this is twofold, and it's like an uphill battle for us ladies, us good women who know that we bring substance to the table. But it's like, are we over here having to deal with the ladies who are bringing their best shenanigans to the table? Because they make it hard for the good ones. The ladies who are always, oh, well, he should be doing this and he should be doing that and buying me this and this and that. Okay, where do you get that attitude from? It's nasty and it's ugly. It's definitely unattractive. So then it's like us ladies who we know how to carry ourselves make it difficult for us. And I say us because I've been in a place where I felt like, do good men not see, do real men not see good women, like really see their qualities and what they have to offer and how they can just be so nurturing for you? Because you have whoever over here with all the mess, all the junk coming out their mouth. And so I used to be in a space where I was questioning the same thing, like, men, what's up? What are y'all really desiring? Because are y'all talking a good game and really want something else? Do you really want that? Do you want the girl over there who she thinks somebody owes her something because she's pretty? Baby cakes, it don't mean nothing to nobody. It does. Is it paying your bills? Because if you're not modeling or something of the sort, it's cute, but it's a bonus. Your mind, your spirit, your heart needs to be genuine as well. And that's just fact of the matter. And so I'm not only bringing this topic up because I'm saying like, all right, well, I have a man who, he knows my worth. He values my worth. He knows who I am. He loves how genuine I am. He loves that I have a good heart. He loves just that I'm very thoughtful. He loves these things, the nurturing side of me, how loving I am, being soft. He loves these things, just whatever. I'm smart. I'm thinking on my toes. Like it's who I am. He loves these things. And so I'm not just bringing this topic up because I'm like, oh, well, I have my man who sees me this way, so I'm just telling everybody else that exists. No, those things exist. Those men are out there who desire the woman who says, hey, like, I want to have a real good conversation with you. Like, I want to know who you are, where you come from, what makes you tick, why you move the way you do, your likes, your dislikes, your passions, And so, yes, it's definitely not easy to come across. And we live in a world where just so many people are selfish and what's good for them, what's going to benefit them, what can they get out of it? So yes, absolutely, we live in that type of world, but that's why you must be patient and you must slow walk it. And you will come across your person who wants to also know who you are and why you're that way. How'd this come about? Your likes and dislikes, your passions. And of course, it's tough when you're in the midst of it all. It is. When you're like, man, I've been dating for some time and what's going on? And sometimes if you feel like you're coming across the wrong people, there still might need to be some reflective work, some self-reflective work. And that's okay. It's not a negative thing. Nothing is wrong with saying, you know what, maybe I'm still working on some things with me. And until I'm finished those things, maybe God, the universe, whatever you believe in, maybe universe is not ready to bring that person to me because I'm still working on some stuff. That's a whole nother conversation. But I guess I just see so much of what we think, society, social media, TV, just these different things. They have a way of making, like I said, I'm not saying it doesn't happen to men or doesn't impact men, but has a way of making women feel like, or, if you look a certain way, that's, a man's not going to want you. If you do this, if you look that certain way, no, know what you're bringing to the table. And your life, your world need not be built around a man anyway. Let that come to you. Let that find you. Let that man find you. And then you start to build and establish and create all those lovely things. But by no means sit back and be like, oh, this is what the world or the society or social media considers pretty or beautiful or attractive. And then look at yourself and say, well, do I need to change that because, men aren't really saying too much to me or I'm not really doing. Nah. Continue to be who you are. For me, once again, I'm always thinking, you have to know yourself. You have to be comfortable and secure in yourself. If you know you have a good heart, good spirit, beautiful mindset, positive mindset, just continue to work on yourself so that you maintain those things, right? But it's like, there is no beauty standard because as we all know, the saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So of course, what one man thinks is pretty, the next is not anyway. So none of that matters. Be comfortable in yourself. Be able to look in the mirror and be like, hey, I like this look. I'm loving this. This is good for me. Whether it's a natural look, some makeup, doing a little enhancing. And ladies, that's the other thing. Let your natural beauty shine through. Makeup is meant to enhance. It's not meant to cover up. It's to enhance your beauty. It's no need to try to make yourself look like anyone else or try to see what you can fit into and all of that. No fitting in. Just a little here and there. Enhance it. Nothing wrong with a fresh face. Nobody has time. It's been referred to as far as always living above your means, keeping up with the Joneses. No one's keeping up with these so-called beauty standards. What should be important to you is you just staying groomed, a good skincare routine. I won't get into all that right now. But what's good for you? But I don't want my ladies feeling like, man, I see this on TV. This is what's being portrayed. And then feeling down about maybe your look or what you need to do to be comfortable within yourself. Because somebody is going to love that. There's nothing wrong if you're saying hey, I do want to tweak this or alter this, or I've been looking at changing up my wardrobe. There's nothing wrong with that. If you've just been saying, hey, I'm coming into a different space and age of myself and I just want to dress differently. You may go from how you dress at 20 and then you're like, hey, I'm 25 or I'm 30 and I want to up it a notch. I want to add some different things to my wardrobe. That's different. But never feel like you should switch up your whole being because you're trying to see if you can attract a man. Because then you're no longer yourself. You lose yourself and you're not staying true to you. How could you be? You're trying to keep up with whatever this society and social media has going on, that what's pretty, what's attractive. So ladies, please, please, please keep in mind that continuing to mature and trying to change who you are, two different things. You're going to want to change something just as you mature. Like I said, maybe a wardrobe or just a certain look, a hairstyle. Maybe you're like, maybe at 20 or 25, you didn't wear much makeup and you're just like, hey, I still don't want to do a whole like makeup look, but I want to add something, a pop of mascara, some color, some lip liner, some eyeliner, whatever the case. So switching it up just because you're like, hey, like I'm coming into myself more. I'm understanding my identity. I'm understanding myself. That's totally different from switching it up because you're trying to see who you can attract. Be you. If you're like, hey, it's time for me to work out more, or I think I need to go on maybe like a fitness journey, do it for you first. Because I tell you what, as much as I love compliments from my man, as much as I love when he says, hey, like, what if my outfit is nice, or, hey, you look pretty, whatever. As much as I love that, it makes me feel good. I make sure that I am well kept first for myself. I make sure that I look nice first for myself, because if you're only doing it for somebody else, well, what happens when you lose that somebody else? So it's like, yes, the compliments are great. We all love to hear from whoever the compliment's coming from. We love to hear those things. It makes you feel good. Why wouldn't it? But do it for yourself first. I like my hair to be done. My eyebrows, I need to have them threaded every 2 to 3 weeks. I like my nails. I like my feet to be pretty. And all of that, just doing it in the summer, nah. My feet need to be pretty and done year round. I'm not looking at no jacked up feet just because I'm not wearing sandals because it's wintertime. So ladies, do it for yourself first. And then the right person will come around. The right person will come around. So take care of yourself. Worry about what's going on with you. Handle that. And then let the other things fall into place. But be comfortable. You be comfortable in who you are. And ladies, the other side, who think just bringing the attractiveness or the nice body and the this and that, that's all you can bring to the table. You are not going to get past the first phone call, maybe the first date with a real man with that attitude. Take it somewhere else. And if you do get past the first call, maybe the first date, it's because he's looking for one thing with you. But a man who's looking for a real relationship, a substantial relationship, you got to come correct. You got to come correct, or don't come at all. What's up? Let's bring the substance. Can you hold a conversation about anything? It shouldn't just have to be about, the dating or the bedroom or whatever the case, whatever have you. Just a real live, in-depth conversation where you can pick each other's brains. That should be attractive for you too. It shouldn't just be, oh, I'm pretty, so I hope he just lets me sit across the table like a Barbie doll or just be a trophy. You should want to be more than a trophy. You should want to say, I have more to offer than that. I'm not just walking around pretty. I'm bringing so much more to the table. Who I am as a person, my mind, my spirit, my heart, my love, my nurturing spirit. All these things, bringing all these beautiful attributes to the table. So ladies, keep that in mind. Keep all of that in mind. With that being said, I appreciate you all for taking the time to tune in, taking the time to continue to support the podcast. Thank you so much. All reels and podcast episodes are now on YouTube. So you can please follow, like, and share, subscribe on that platform as well. I know everyone does not have Instagram, so I was definitely set on getting everything onto YouTube so that it could also be more accessible as far as my reels. So those are all on YouTube. So in the meantime, as usual, stay safe and stay candid.